Hello and welcome back to the world of Resident Evil 2. So last time we took on and defeated Leon's A scenario of this wonderful game, and now we're going to head into the second part of the game, which is actually to load up a file after beating the game with Leon and play through the game as Claire. So we'll notice some similarities but also some differences, and in order to do this, we need to actually load the game file that we saved at the end of our Leon A scenario. So we'll access our memory card here. You'll notice I have two save files, and I'll get into why that is in the very near future. And while we're watching this opening cutscene, keep in mind that for some reason, the voices in this game are a little bit lower than the actual sound and music.
In the midst of the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city following his encounter with one of the only other survivors, a woman named Ada, a spy seeking the deadly G-virus. However, Leon was not the sole survivor of the incident. A girl named Claire Redfield was in town on business of her own. She came to uncover the mysterious circumstances of her brother's disappearance. Chris Redfield, a member of the STAR's Alpha team. Only now her mission has become quite simple. Basic survival within the nightmare that was once Raccoon City.
I think she'll do fine. Good to see she's wearing a helmet.
I'm finally here.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Maniac's gonna ram us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
At the same time, at the same place, you have to survive this nightmare to know the true end. And of course, we're going to be surrounded by a ton of zombies. We're going to use some tactics here to try to lure them into particular places in order to get around them without actually having to use any ammo. I've done this quite a few times, so basically this is the best route that I've come up with. And notice we start in a different place than actually Leon did. And that is because, of course, we are on the other side of the exploded tanker. But we will be back into familiar grounds pretty soon. All we need to do is head over to the right here, into this little shop, or shack here, and grab this key. You notice Claire's gun is a little bit different than Leon's. It only holds 13 bullets. Fortunately, these zombies are pretty easy to dodge. And in fact, we're not going to use any ammo for quite a while. Yes, we're going to discard this key. Now, like Leon's scenario, if you do not collect any items during this beginning part of the game, and if you've done the same thing with your save file for Leon when you played the Leon A scenario, so if you did access the special key during that scenario, you can do the same with Claire here. And actually get the special key for her. What was that? Sounded like it came from the other side of this door. Ah, well, hello there, guys and gals. Let's get out of here. We're never going to be back this way, so it doesn't matter that they're in there. They're trapped in there forever. But yes, you can access Claire's alternate uniforms as well. She has an alternate attire, and she also gets an extra weapon as well. So I'm not going to be getting that right now. What I'm going to do is once we actually get to the room that has the special locker in it with the different outfits, then I'll show off what those look like. But it's actually quite a bit easier to do this with Claire because she gets a much better weapon. So now we know why there's a helicopter here. And that police officer, first of all, sucks because he had a machine gun and he couldn't take out 2 zombies, which we've been taking out with just handguns. But 2, he always reminded me of the chief of police that we're going to meet during Claire's scenario, because they look very similar. But Claire gets a better weapon, so it makes taking out Brad Vickers much easier to actually get the special key. So we're going to run through this hallway here. We know what's in here. It's crows. We're going to try to get by them without getting pecked to death. And we're going to cut around the corner here and head into this room. Now, unfortunately, there are a couple of lickers in here. There are a couple of lickers in here. We're going to try to get by them without getting pecked to death. And we're going to cut around the corner here and head into this room. Now, unfortunately, there are a couple of lickers in here. Now, unfortunately, there are a couple of lickers in here. We're going to try to get by them without getting pecked to death. And we're going to cut around the corner here and head into this room. So yeah, no thanks. I'm gonna head right back into the crow hallway. And that's because we can do something to actually make those lickers disappear so we don't have to take them on. Now if you are going for the special key, all you have to do is quickly run through that room and go in the door immediately on your right. And you'll get into a save room, head downstairs, and then head outside and take on Brad. But since we're not doing that during this first part of the LP, basically, what I'm going to do instead is show you all of the items I can pick up, and I'm going to continue onward with what I consider to be one of the best paths to get through the Claire B scenario. Now, it's not necessarily the quickest path or the most efficient path, but I like it. It's, in my opinion, pretty safe. You don't have to worry about too much, and it works out for me. So we're going to head into the office. And you're going to notice that a lot of the events of the police station are actually very similar to what Leon went through, and that's because this is not an entirely new scenario in a sense of having to do things completely different. Now, we do have to do some different stuff than Leon had to do, but we're going to be using a lot of the same items and actually having to do a lot of the same puzzles. It's just the outcome of those puzzles are going to be a little bit different. So we got our valve handle that will be used on numerous puzzles, but the immediate future, what we need it for, is to put out the fire around that helicopter that poor pilot crashed. He got shot numerous times. Obviously, bullets are much more effective on the living than the undead. Now, there are bullets on this police officer right here, but we don't want to get attacked by crows. We're going to run right by them, and we're actually going to grab them on our way back. So we're going to head outside, and we're going to use the valve handle over in this little cranny or nook, if I can get past this stupid gate, and put out this fire. So we're going to overload the water pressure. Basically, this police station is screwed, so they're not going to care. Hopefully we won't have to wash our hands later in the game. There we go. Fire has been put out. So now we can access the helicopter, and we can actually go in and access that hallway where before there was flaming wreckage of the helicopter. So instead of handgun bullets, we're gonna get acid rounds. Those of you that have played Resident Evil 1, you know what that means. Like Jill in that game, we're gonna get a grenade launcher. What's all this then? Do I really want to go in there? I really don't have a choice. But that is the precursor to the Nemesis project, and that is Mr. X. And that's an element that we're going to have to deal with as we're trapped in this hallway now during the Claire scenario here. And that is during both of the B scenarios. We're going to be stalked by this massive giant. Now, I am just going to run around him. I'll take a hit. My second attack is pretty easy to dodge, and then I'm going to grab these bullets. Now, you can actually shoot him and knock him down. You can't kill him at this point in the game, but you can knock him down each time that you encounter him. And if you do so, then you will get some sort of item off of him. It's usually ammo. Eventually, it'll actually be a weapon. And you'll notice the liquors are gone now from this hallway as we head into the save room. But I have no interest in that. The weapon is not worth it, in my opinion. I might take him out later, just because I'll have better weaponry. But at this point, I don't want to have to take him on with a handgun. Now, I did show off all of the documents during Leon's scenario, and they're not really changed. Now, Claire will have access to a few that Leon did not. So I'll show those off and give you some time to read them. I'll give you a little bit of time to read these as well. But in general, I'm going to go through them a little bit quicker than I did the first time around. And you can feel free to pause if you want to actually read them. But I'm going to do some item management here, clean out my inventory, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we need to head back towards the hallway that the helicopter crashed into, because we need to get a key card that'll allow us to access the computer system and unlock some doors. So we're going to run past the helicopter. What was that? Yeah, unlike Leon, we can actually get in here and take out this wall. But we're going to need an item to do that, and we don't have that item yet. But soon, viewers, soon. Now this room should look familiar, as most of the rooms in the police station will. I'll pick up some ink ribbons. Of course, good to save. And over on the box, here is our blue key card. Unless that's quite a bit different than the Leon scenario. Ah! No, I don't want anything to do with you. So, I'm just gonna run by you. Again. We don't have the weaponry to take on a licker right now. We'll be back into this room later, and then we will take care of that licker. In fact, we're gonna get a much better weapon very soon. Not that we'll have a lot of ammo for it, but we will get a better weapon. That's pretty much it for up here. Now you could take the lower route through the office that we got the valve handle in, but there are a ton of zombies down there in a very small quarter, so I like to take the upper route. We're gonna lower this emergency ladder because next we want to head to the lower parts of the police station. Mainly so that we can access the computer down there with our blue key. But before we do that, we're gonna head over here to the left and take out a bunch of zombies with our handgun. There are numerous police officer zombies just kind of hanging out up here. And they are actually guarding for some reason. Not sure why they would think to do this. You know, trying to get into the psychology of the zombie. Not sure there is much other than brains. Or feed, eat. They're guarding an item we need to get. And there are 3 more farther down this little hallway. Or balcony area. And since I do have auto aim on, all I have to do is keep lowering my gun and raising it, and it'll automatically lock on to the next zombie. And if you run forward, there's a very good chance you're gonna get bit, so I like to just hang out back here until I'm pretty sure the 2 closest ones are down. And there's one more right here. See, we take him down with a handgun. That police officer couldn't take him out with a machine gun. Wow, and he went down quick. But we're gonna grab then the unicorn medal. Definitely different than Leon's scenario. Obviously, he got the unicorn medal too, but he got it in the STARS office. And that's what's weird about this. They kind of try to set it up that, you know, these events are occurring at the same time. You know, Claire and Leon are both going through the police station, but basically, you know, it doesn't really make sense because of the item use and where you leave the items. But yeah, here we go, we get the grenade launcher. That's awesome. We got some stopping power right away. Although we only have 6 ammo in it. We will get more though. But we're gonna use this unicorn medal, and it's not like Leon finds the unicorn medal where we leave it. But you know, it is still cool that they decided to do this whole kind of combination scenario. Instead of just the same scenario for both Leon and Claire, with just either Leon or Claire going through it. So this will unlock the 2 doors that it did for Leon, and also it'll unlock the library door up above. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to finish up this episode by grabbing a few more items and then save. So I'm going to use my unicorn medal. That'll give us access to our first of the police station keys, which is, of course, the spade key. And then, just for, you know, the fun of it, we're going to head outside and we're going to grab a single green herb that is in the planter out here. And if you haven't picked up any items, and also you have gotten the special key during your Leon scenario before this, then you can also take on Brad with your grenade launcher down in the southern part here. But for now, I'm going to call an episode, and I'll meet you next time as we continue to explore the police station. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in my next episode. So long.